Kyle Busch way up the racetrack. He is back in 30th. This is not the start we expected from Kyle Busch. Great speed yesterday in practice, fastest in practice, really good long run speed, but he has been going backwards. Here he is, gets into turn 3, and the car just never turns. I believe he probably got loose on corner entry and he couldn't turn it, or he would have spun it out and just had to chase it up the racetrack.
Oh, Tyler Reddick!
Reddick.
What has happened to a guy that has led 41 laps in this race?
And that caution comes where some people have not pitted yet. This will shake the field up even more than it already is.
Namely, Kyle Larson's the big winner because he had yet to come to pit road. But man, what happened to Reddick, Diff?
Let's have a look. There goes Ryan Preece. Oh, behind him. Behind him. Ty Gibbs tags him. Ty Gibbs was wrestling with Daniel Suarez and tags Tyler Reddick.
I think that wrestling match is what caused it. So, well, you watch this 54. I think this is, he's trying to duck left. You see that right front tire on the 54? He gets run over by the 99. The 54 basically is getting shipped by the 99 up into poor Reddick, who was just trying to go on by. Watch this right here. That was a little late. The contact's already happened. If we could see that one back a little bit earlier, the 99 shoves the 54 into the 45. Man. What a great car for the 45. There you go, top right of your screen. Right, Jeff? Doesn't that look like absolute contact between the 99 and the 54?
It's hard to tell from that angle, to be quite honest with you, but as loose as the 54 got, it's hard to imagine there wasn't some contact, but it's not clear that there was.
And look who got a perfect view of that, Logano, right there. Here's what it looked like for Joey.
It's not as big of a window. Stay down, 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 down.
It doesn't. Tyler Reddick doesn't care. All he knows is he got wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't. He's going to be mad at somebody. At the point, it doesn't matter. You mentioned it though. How about Larson, who had yet to pit? Huge, huge break for Kyle Larson. Also a huge break for Kyle Busch. Last car in the lead lap currently, and he was not having a good night. Maybe this is the break that'll give the 8 a chance. Dave.
Crew communicating back to crew chief, working with NASCAR to be okay as they work on it over the wall here. They went to the right side first and then to the left side. So the leader of 41 laps and the winner of stage 1 in trouble here at Richmond.
Here's the view from Daniel Suarez.
There's contact there for sure. And one thing to note is Ty Gibbs had much older tires than Daniel Suarez did. So Daniel may have just misjudged the speed difference with Ty's older tires and the lack of grip that he had.
And that's when we talk about these strategies and how chaotic that can be. You know, these closing rates are huge, and the 99 knows he's stuck behind the 54. And if the 45's not out there, he just moves the 54 out of the way and goes by.
Cody Ware.
And now this is getting to that point. Remember, every driver in pre-race talked about how many sets of tires they have. This isn't a new allotment. 8 sets has been the standard. But these tires lose grip quicker. They fall off quicker, so you would like to have more. They don't. They are brought the same amount. They've put it back in the team's hands on how to manage those 8 sets. In my day, Diff, this would be brand new Goodyears. I wouldn't have to worry about it. In today's racing of only 8 sets, all of these teams knew it coming in and they have to manage it. So it'll be interesting to see if everybody thinks they need to get tires here with 39 to go.
First car 1 lap down was SVG. We saw the trouble he had on pit road. That cost him a lot of spots. He's been running the top 17 most of the night. This will get him back in the lead lap. Let's see what happened to Cody in the back of the pack. We saw that 3-wide action, 4-wide action. They seemed to make it work, but did not work back here.
I think you maybe got a little help from John Hunter Nemechek here.
I would agree.
Here's Reddick's view.
Yeah, Reddick's like, not again.
Larson sneaks his way through a little bit. He was a benefactor of that caution. There's contact between Brad Keselowski, and around goes Chase Briscoe. Into him goes Kyle Busch. And there's a traffic jam, and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged later on around through turn 4.
Bowman was in it as well.
We got right reared after the wreck.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Bowman. That was a 24. Byron.
Fast it, huh?
Justin Haley.
Justin was in position to take advantage potentially
Killed the
late
motor.
in the race.
They killed
He
the
was
motor.
the only one that had saved the set of tires, and now he's damaged.
A lot happened. There was a wreck at the end of the backstretch that kind of kept going.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot to unpack. You see a lot of damaged cars.
That's it for Chase Elliott. AMR safety team on the spot, super quick as they always are. But what happened to the 9? We didn't really get a good view of that.
Yeah, so that 19 middle left, he comes off from the corner behind Kyle Larson. Busch and Chastain hit. That gets some smoke coming from Keselowski. Briscoe goes down right at the bottom of your screen. He gets turned by Busch. So there's kind of the start of the wreck. The 19 of Briscoe now spinning. Now look at all these cars wrecking right here. What I don't understand is where Chase Elliott comes from.
Because he's up the track more.
No,
Yeah,
he's
there
right
there.
here.
There he is there.
Oh, right there. Right there by accident by Kyle Busch, who has no idea the 9's coming through there. Nothing nefarious, but that's what gets the 9 back across the racetrack, because the 9 is way back in the middle of this mess.
He's right behind Justin Haley.
Yep, so watch the 19 spin, and now the 88 makes heavy contact with him. The 6 comes going in here. So if we just keep watching this accident, 21 goes by, 71, 77. Here comes the 7, and right there, out of the screen left, was the 9 to Chase Elliott. That's why we didn't see it the first go.
Here's the Busch on board.
And then watch. He just doesn't, you know, he's coming left, the 9's coming through.
Here you go. This is the start of it. Watch the 8 car way up the racetrack, and then he and the 1 converge right here. That's where it all starts. And then Kyle Busch into the back of the 19, who was trying to get underneath the 5, and then just all these guys nowhere to go.
I agree with you, Jeff. I think the 19 was looking inside the 5. The 5 blocked a little, which checks the 19 up, and then the 8 kind of hits him from behind.
Watch this, riding along with Brad. Tons of contact.
That was Ty Gibbs' view.
Oh, look, there's a great look at that 9.
Oh.
What a hit.
It was a big hit.
So here you go, right? I mean, 8's got damaged. The nose is smashed. And he gets right into the 9.
And Chase Elliott has completed all but 1 lap this year. That incredible streak will come to an end.
Here's Elliott's view.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
He looked like, I'm telling you, from Chase Elliott's point of view,
He's like, I'm
done. I got through it. There's some contact, but we're okay. Everything's going to be fine. Right here, he thinks he's in great shape. Then he and the 8, they make contact in the right rear, and around he goes.
So the 9, you know, when we kind of had a pause there, the 38 was to his left. The 9, to your point, he thinks he's by the 8, right? He's gassing up. The 8 probably has no idea the 9's coming. You know, there's a lot going on right there. 77 missed pit road. No, he was coming to pit road. The 42 pitted, who was a lap down. This is the lap. The 77 was coming to pit road. Jeff, you talked about it yesterday in the pace car. It's hard to see that pit entry. He jammed on the brakes and was going way too fast. I bet the 77 comes this time. Let's see if he does a better job. Oh, yeah, lifts way early, off the gas, down to the bottom. So the 77 of Hocevar missed pit road, Diff. That's what cost him the extra seconds. Let's take a look, Jeff, at what happened trying to get to pit road.
Yeah, just this orange box. You cannot see it till you get to it, and he just carried too much speed. Now, look, he knew it. Watch this. Watch how long it takes before you can see that orange box. Not till now. And that is so far around the corner. You have to lift so much earlier than you think. A great job recognizing that he was just too fast and did try to force it, and ultimately could have gotten a penalty.
Box, but finally saying the car is loose. They tried to tighten him up. Dave.
Alex Alex Bowman told his team it's really good. Building free a little bit, but I burned off the tires at the start. Tire off on Bubba Wallace's car.
No.
We saw it leave. The team tried to stop him.
Stop right there, stop right there.
All right, on the radio, they're telling him to stop. The 19's got to help him. They're going to try to put this tire back on. That's a Toyota teammate. Pit stop, come right to life. They're going to jack it up. Someone could tell them the tire they need is over here. See if they can put it back on. There you go. Crew members bringing it over. Nice work by the 19. I mean, it's going to kill the 23's chance of perhaps winning, but what great work by the 19 to help the 23. We watched it happen live. He left. There were sparks up the left front. Tire changer wasn't done. A huge blow to Bubba Wallace and the 23. Jeff, let's look at this left front.
You can see right here, Jack goes up, tire goes on. It just does not get finished. Jack drops. And that is the problem with these fast pit stops. Watch this Jack man. Watch it. Look what he looks at. Gets the right rear tire on. He thinks it's tight. He's looking at the left front. He thinks it's tight, but it's not.
Statistically, the best pit crew of the year when you look at the averages and the potential speed, the tire going down pit road. Now, the tire didn't make it on the racetrack, so I wouldn't expect this to be any sort of suspensions later. But, man, what a costly penalty for the 23. He was running second before this cycle.
And Toyota teammate help there from the JGR squad.